What's up, everybody? This is Bronco Juggalo, and I got the Broncos playing. It's a good Sunday. I woke up extremely late because I've not been feeling good, and I slept in pretty good. I missed church, but I slept in. You know, I needed the sleep, honestly. So it's like 2 o'clock, something like that, a little after 2. I'm watching my Broncos play, and decided to come to you with my latest video. So today I am discussing Peter Pan's Nightmare Neverland, the third installment in the Twisted Childhood franchise. Now, this was directed by Scott Chambers. It stars Martin Potluck as Peter, and Wendy is played by Megan Placido. Now, to be honest with you, this is one of the films I was really worried about in this franchise. I didn't think it would be right. I thought, this isn't going to fit in. This is going to be too weird. How are you going to make it fit in? And yes, I know I'm talking about Winnie the Pooh here. How am I going to make this fit in with Winnie the Pooh? Or how are they going to make this fit in with Winnie the Pooh? Those are my concerns. But I got to tell you, they did a hell of a job. A 250,000 pound budget, it was done in England after all, brought in $1.6 million in box office in very limited showing. Has a 4.8 out of 10 on IMDb, and believe me, that 4.8 is way too low. I know that there's always people out there that hate on every movie like this because it's not the big, giant Hollywood, horror film. They'll love things like Weapons, but they'll hate things like this. And honestly, I haven't seen Weapons yet, but I've heard from people that I actually trust their opinions of that it's not so good. Of course, I will wait to see it myself to find out. So in this movie, Wendy must rescue her young brother Michael from a sadistic Peter Pan and a very twisted Tinkerbell. This is a great horror retelling of this classic fairy tale. So great, in fact, I have zero cons for it. This is just an intense horror thrill ride. I love the opening animated sequence, which has become a trademark of this franchise. We have some great blood and gore. One of the things I'd like to point out in that, without going too much into details, there's a great scalping that I thought was awesome. The aesthetic look of Peter, his house, and just the overall look of the film is really pleasing, especially for this kind of horror film. It does give you a kind of drugged out horror feel. Peter's house is definitely awesome. Part dungeon, part horror house, all scares. Somebody like myself that's a experienced horror fan that's totally desensitized isn't going to be scared, but you could see where somebody like my kid or something would just be absolutely freaked out by this movie. This is a scary movie. And the thing I was worried about the most, how they can tie this into the POOHNIVERSE of the Winnie the Pooh versions of this franchise. They did masterfully. I don't want to go into how because it gives part of the stuff away, but I can't wait for the sequel to this because one thing I will say in this movie is it's very much based in reality. Neverland is actually a state of mind that Peter gets because of the drugs he takes. And he calls the drugs pixie dust. But from what I'm told, we find out in the next film, slight spoiler, that Neverland is actually a very real place, and I can't wait to see what it's all about. Guys, I really enjoyed this movie. I can't wait to see the next one. I'm going to be watching Bambi next because I don't think it's out on home video yet, but I think it's out on Amazon. So I'm going to watch it there and come to you with the next one. I haven't been as excited about a horror franchise since Terrifier. And I haven't been as excited about an overarching franchise in horror, honestly, since Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, there's been a lot of great franchises since, but this one has me excited from the ground up. I'm just loving it. Every movie has been better than the next, and it's just really, really fun. I hope you go and watch Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. I hope I said that right at the beginning of the video. Oh well. This is Bronco Juggalo. Peace.